The Battle of Tacámbaro was a battle of the French intervention in Mexico which took place on the 11th of April 1865 in the state of Michoacán in western Mexico. The battle, named after the town in which it was fought, pitted 300 members of the Belgian Legion supporting the Mexican Empire against approximately 3,000 Mexican Republicans. Background: the Belgian Legion, under the command of Baron Alfred van der Smissen, had been organized at the request of Maximilian's wife, Empress Charlotte, and arrived in Mexico on December 14, 1864 to act as her personal bodyguard. The Belgians were placed under the command of Colonel de Potier of France and deployed to Michoacán to assist Maximilian's forces in fighting Republican guerrillas known to be operating in that area. The state of Michoacán lies within 100 miles of Mexico City. Its proximity to the capital combined with its heavy forests, mountainous terrain and difficult weather made it ideal for guerrilla operations. The state's population was largely sympathetic to the Republican cause and the region was laced with routes for smuggling arms and supplies for Republican forces operating in the area. Maximilian found it unacceptable to have Republican troops operating so close to the capital without opposition. He found it important both strategically and politically that his forces quell Republican activity in Michoacán to prevent the destabilization of his regime. The battle. On April 3, 1865, 250 to 300 Belgians occupied Tacámbaro. Shortly thereafter, Señora Regules, the wife of the Republican General Nicolas Regules, was found rendering medical aid to two guerrillas. She was arrested for aiding Republican troops and escorted with her two children by Major Tidgat and Dr. Lejeune, the Belgian detachment's commander, and Dr. to the Belgian headquarters. This action was intended to secure the cooperation of General Regules but instead enraged the local population. On the 11th of April 1865, General Regules attacked the Belgians with between 3,000 and 3,500 Republican soldiers. Surrounded from all sides, the Belgians held out for 5 hours, hoping for reinforcements which arrived 4 days too late. They were finally forced to surrender. While the number of casualties is disputed, it is believed that between 50 and 100 Belgians were killed and around 200 were taken prisoner. During the battle, 8 of the unit's officers were killed, including the badly wounded Major Tidgat and his adjutant Captain Ernest Chazul. Aftermath: the Belgian prisoners were held through October 1865. Despite threats to execute them if they did not sign a protest against Maximilian, the prisoners were well treated. On the 22nd of November 1865, all were exchanged for Republican prisoners through the work of Republican General River Palacio. While militarily the engagement could hardly be called a battle, its effect on the Belgian Legion was considerable. Tacámbaro was the first engagement against the Republicans and Empress Charlotte took the loss personally, perceiving it as a disaster. Baron Alfred van der Smissen accused Colonel de Potier of criminal negligence and gross incompetence for sending the inexperienced detachment into what he labeled a dangerous and exposed position, unsupported, destroying any hopes of the Belgians obtaining an independent military command. On the 16th of July 1865, the Belgian Legion under van der Smissen took revenge, winning the Battle of La Loma. After fighting in several other engagements, the Belgian Legion was disbanded in December 1866. The personnel embarked at Veracruz on the 20th of January, 1867 and arrived in Antwerp, Belgium on the 9th of March where they dispersed. There are 2 Tacámbaro monuments in Belgium, one in Oudenaarde and one in Leopoldsburg.